Greetings LEGO fans, welcome to another live stream of the Vintage Brick. Hope you're doing awesome wherever you are. This is the UCS Millennium Falcon and today we are going to start building it. Oh my goodness, I am still in a little bit of shock that it is actually happening, that it is actually mine. And I actually get to build it. I am pretty pumped if you hadn't figured that out already. So welcome, welcome, and welcome because you're extra welcome. Yes, hopefully you've all seen the unboxing video. I wanted to do an unboxing video before we started the live streams, so you know, just so I wasn't actually doing the breaking of the seals on the stream, and I actually think it came together pretty well. I hope you guys did too. I hope you guys think it was cool, and I hope you guys have seen it. I just so cannot wait to get into this thing, but I thought that we would have a little bit of a tour of the outside of the box before we crack into it, because that's one thing I didn't do in the unboxing video. So let me see if I can get this going. Is this gonna work? Yes, all right. So I hope everyone's doing awesome. Let me know in the chat if you are hanging out, or it's a little jumpy. That might be a little too jumpy. Yeah, I think it might be a little too jumpy. That's all right. Okay, let me just double check that I am on the right network, because that could be, there we go, there's my problem. I'm on the wrong network. Let's see if this works. So like I said, if you're hanging out, if you're lurking in the background, yeah, make sure you say hi in the chat, because it is always way more fun. Hype Rider YT, Vault Dweller, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I'm just gonna see if we can get this thing going again, whether it's just gonna have a royal freak out. Might just be having a royal freak out. And it sounds like Tarzan wants to get in on the action. Just give me a second. Technical difficulties here. See, you try and set everything up so that it's all 100% ready to go, and then you realize once you start streaming that something isn't quite right, and then it all goes wrong, right? Okay, let's see if we can get this sorted. Just bear with me, guys. Yes, it is a huge build. This thing is a monster. It really is. Right, I think I have really, it really does not like changing networks for that camera. So that's that out of the way then. Right, okay. Fine. Phone, be gone. That's okay. We'll find another way. Ryan, good to see you. Yes, indeed. No, you're right, Ryan. Tarzan, you gonna come in? Come on, quick. All right. Yes, I am really excited to see this build too. It is going to be epic. 7,500 pieces in the set. As you saw, if you saw in the unboxing video, it is Tarzan approved, so he is here for the build as well until he gets bored, and then I'll let him out the door. yes, the stream absolutely wouldn't be complete without an appearance from Tarzan the Destroyer. He's a little bit of a common occurrence now. He just kind of wants to be where I am, and yeah, he just wants to hang out. So, yeah. As I'm sure you guys have been on the streams before, so you have seen him. So, what I might do... Oh, he's up on the box. Of course he is. Okay. So let's have a quick look at... Now, see if I can do this without completely breaking everything. So here we've got the front. Now, Tarzan, excuse me, buddy. You're going to get rotated. Now, it's kind of cool. The side, we've got a little blurb down here, which you know, you guys can read that, right? Yeah, maybe not. And oh, it's frozen up. It has frozen up. Goodness me, it's all going wrong tonight, isn't it? Right. Mental note: camera does not like to be moved once it is set up for streaming mode, but we can fix it. We can fix it. Just bear with me. Where is it? Here it is. And let's see if that guy comes back. Okay, just bear with me with these technical difficulties. We will get there. Here we go. That looks a bit more promising. Okay, now that Tarzan's jumped off, we can kind of have a look. Oh, maybe we can just do it like this. So I've got this one on this side here. And then, oh, the back. Man, this thing is a beast. It is actually really heavy. That is probably mainly due to the manual, which I'm sure we will get to in a minute. Let me just ditch my mug shot for a second so we can get some more of this action in. So one thing I thought was really cool about this set is you can set it up for the original trilogy with the round antenna, or you can do it in the Force Awakens. Set it up for the Force Awakens configuration with the upgraded new antenna, which is kind of cool. Lots of internal details and bits and pieces, which is pretty cool. And we get round to the side. My Christmas was pretty epic, Vault Dweller. To be honest, I don't know if it could have gotten more epic. It is, you know, getting something like this for a Christmas present is yeah, it certainly makes for a good Christmas. So on this side we have kind of like a 2D line drawing, as well as the minifigs that come with it. And there is a bunch of minifigs that comes with this set. We've got Han Solo down here. Actually, I wonder if we can zoom in. Watch out. Yeah, Tarzan. So we've got Han Solo down here, and Chewie, and Finn, Rey, C-3PO, Han, young Han, so we've got old Han and young Han, Princess Leia, and a couple of Porgs, as well as bonus BB-8. I imagine, maybe BB-8? I don't know. We will find out. As time will tell. All right. Now, I think, what should we do? Get the instructions out, I guess. Yeah, that's not really going to work. Right, if you want to see what's inside the flaps, go watch the unboxing video. This is a monster instructions. Seriously, this is a what, 1.2, no, 900 wide table, and as you can see, if we open it up, that's big. That's really big. Let me put that back on so you can see what's going on over here. Right, Tarzan is ready. He is all set to go. He is in his observation point. So Vault Dweller, how was your Christmas? How was your Christmas and New Year's? In fact, how was everybody's Christmas? Did anybody get any Lego for Christmas by perchance? I know Ryan may have gotten a little something something. So yes, what did you guys get for Christmas that you are super excited about? Let me know while I grab out the first box and figure out where we're going to start from. I think this is the first box. As you have seen in my unboxing video, if you have in fact seen the unboxing video, I did sort these big boxes into a bit more of a logical order because they kind of came randomly dispersed. I don't even know how I'm going to fit this thing on here and build at the same time. I might have to have. Oh, I know what I can do. Didn't actually think about that, but I do have a jerry-rig solution. Where am I going to put this jerry-rig solution? Okay, jerry-rig solution in place, jerry-rig solution engaged. Oh no, Tarzan, that's not for you, buddy. What are you doing? Yeah, that's not gonna work out well for you. Right, off you go. Right. Okay, I think that will work. Right. That's good. Now, let's find bag 1 parts. Now, I don't know. So we're not going to need those extras for a while. Those are for the engines and the cockpit and stuff, as is that. Cockpit and the UCS thing. Okay, here we go. Bag 1. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, might need a bigger desk. I did actually drop the back drop down because I knew that I was going to need more than the actual desk space. I was going to need overhang over the back. So yeah, I dropped the back of the back drop down so that I could get overhang, which is pretty crazy. Actually, on the box it told me how big this thing is when completed. Okay, so it is 60 centimeters wide and it is 83 centimeters long. Okay, that's pretty nuts. 60 centimeters wide. So it's going to take almost the whole width of this. This is 900, so like, you know, that much on either side. And then it's 84, you know, estimated like that long. This is a beast. It is a beast. Okay, one. What else we got? Another one bag. A two, and a two. Okay, I think I can put these other extras bits, these unnumbered bags back in there, except for those ones, which we will probably need. Now this is crazy. This is a lot of times this is the extent of parts that you would need. Actually, I can probably just include one of those, really. This is the number of bags that you would have for an entire set. Okay, let's spread it out a little bit more for even more dramatic effect. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. was good. Yes, that's good that you had a good Christmas. Excellent. I got a Boba Fett Lego head. Nice. Brickheads. Excellent. And TIE Fighter and the TIE Fighter. Oh no, not the head. The not the brickhead. Sorry. The yeah, I know the ones you mean. The actual like helmet. The helmet head. And TIE Fighter Pilot 1 as well as a AT-AT plus a Lego Technic car transporter. I got spoiled a bit. A bit? Yeah, that's a good haul. That is a great haul. Yeah, you got to be happy with that. That's really cool. Those are some good sets in there. The two Lego heads, those are very good. Great display pieces. Very, very cool. AT-AT, very cool set as well. I mean, I just packed it down, but have I still have my brother-in-law's first edition AT-AT, but I have seen those new ones, and they're very cool as well. And the Lego Technic car transporter. At one point, I was considering buying that, and then I actually ended up buying the Tantive, but it was in contention. So great sets, man. You'll be stoked as. Have you built any of them yet? What have you managed to get through? But that's a good haul. That is a very good haul. Right, Mr. Tarzan. Now I will be facing away from you guys a little bit, so hopefully you can hear me. There's lots of pages about all of the history and the designers and all of that. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to reading that at some point. In fact, you know what? Instead of facing away from you guys, let's just rearrange all this stuff a little bit so that I can actually face towards you guys with my jerry-rigged instructions table. Okay, there we go. I think that is going to be a little bit better. So, see down here, I've literally just got on a bar stool a bit of wood stuff. Yeah, it's wood, which I actually use for my little camera dolly, motorized camera dolly thing, which is how I kind of get those panning shots. I usually set up a couple of these chairs, these bar stools with this plank in the middle, and kind of like just use it as the smooth surface for the motorized dolly. Right, I'm just going to take a breath because I am working myself up into a frenzy to begin building this thing. So just okay, it's okay, we'll get there, it's okay. Right, Happy New Year to you. Had a good break from work, yes, relaxing, and also built the Ecto 1 set, yes, I got for Christmas, really enjoyed, didn't want it to end, awesome set. Yeah, I kind of felt like that a little bit with the Barracuda base set, so I really do, I do understand, and one thing I was really stoked about that was a deliberate decision was, even though I was doing it on the live streams, I wanted to make sure that I didn't just race through it. Like I kind of did a little bit on some of the streams, but in general, I kind of just took my time. I wasn't really didn't put myself under any time pressure to build it in a certain number of streams or whatever. I just took my time and chilled out and just enjoyed the build process, which is kind of what I'm really planning on doing with this. I have no idea how long it's going to take. I've heard on the fast end, I've heard some people do it in sort of 10 and a half, 11 hours. I've heard some people take like 20 hours, some people sort of draw it out to 30 odd hours. So I have no idea how long it's actually going to take or how many streams it's going to take. But this is, as I've mentioned on different videos, this is the absolute ultimate set ever. for me, like an absolute dream set. So I'm definitely going to take my time and enjoy it. So yes, you forgive me here. Like, it is really hot in this room, so I'm just sort of you know, wiping down my arms because they tend to sweat a little bit. So sorry for that nasty TMI. Vault Dweller, saving up for the UCS Star Destroyer. It's very clear. Good choice. Good choice. That looks like an amazing set as well. And I have, yeah, there's been a lot of people who have said that they have enjoyed that even more than the Millennium Falcon build. So great choice. That's another great set. Ryan says, I wonder what Star Wars UCS they will release this year. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Yeah, time will tell. I don't really have any speculations on that, but yes, indeed, it will be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure that the UCS Millennium Falcon set, this one, is about to be retired. So I know in New Zealand, pretty much no one's got it in stock. You can't get it online anywhere, which I was a little concerned about in sort of end of November, beginning of December, because I was just like, this is a set that I really want to have one day, and I know that it's due for retirement, and you cannot get it anymore. You can't get it in New Zealand, so I don't know if there's one final wave coming or whether that's it. So even more stoked to actually have this set to put together. So it will be interesting to see what comes out this year. Hype Rider YT, got a 3D printer for Christmas. Very cool. And I'm thinking of 3D printing a couple of Lego parts I'm missing. I have seen that done online. It will be interesting to see how you go with the accuracy on this, but I have seen some people do that, printing up either missing Lego parts, or if they need a part that doesn't exist, they kind of just like design it up and print it, mainly for mocks and things. So yeah, hey, a 3D printer, man, way fun, way fun, especially if you want to start printing like custom stands and display, like minifig display things, or yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? You know, you're only limited by your imagination. So yeah, that's very cool. It's a very cool present. Love it. So I see here, so we have beams and plates, and I need 26 of these beams in the first step. So here we go, the very first bag being opened for the UCS Millennium Falcon, and it is done. It's done. The set is now officially devalued. So I need 26 of these guys. So how many do we have in this bag? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So I need all of them. Okay. Fair enough. That works out quite well. 26 of those guys. And I don't think we need these big plates, so I'll just chuck those over there for the moment. Now I shouldn't have to open all of these bags all at once. So let me just have a quick look through to see which part we're looking for. A red technique piece. No, they are not for you to play with, Tarzan. You just have a sleep. No, settle down. Wait, that's enough of that from you, young man. Where are you, Mr. Red Technique Piece? Oh, that would be the worst, right? If that very first piece that I'm supposed to be using is actually missing. What a disaster that would be. it should be pretty easy to spot. Like it's a bright red. Is that it under there? Nope. Those are all kind of like a light brown. I kind of feel like it'll be here. Oh, there's some red pieces. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. Sorry about all of the. You know what I mean. So I probably don't need all of these bins like right now. So let's just put these over with the other bags. Those over there. I'm also planning to print an RC fighter jet. Ooh, fun. Very, very fun. I used to race RC cars. I used to race RC cars, so I do get the whole the fun of RC stuff. I have a feeling I'm not going to need all of these pins just at the moment either, so let's just keep those over there. Yeah, well, I'm going to need a few of them, it's alright. Okay, I think we can probably zoom in a little bit. Where's the center of the camera? Right about... Oh, it's all reversed. It's just weird. Okay, right about there. Okay. So yes, I do get the whole the fun of RC stuff. I did plan to get at some point a plane or something to kind of get into the whole flying side of RC. So yes, RC fighter jet, that'd be cool. Mark Denholm or Denholm. Mark, I'll call you Mark. How does that sound? Tarzan, can you stop? No, these are not for you to play with. Yeah, he's grumpy with me now. Yeah. Looking forward to this 70+ part build series. Yeah, well, you might not be wrong. Tell you what, I'm certainly going to get my money's worth out of it, that's for sure. So let me introduce you, Mark, to, if you haven't been on the streams before, to, can you see him? There we go. Tarzan the Destroyer. He usually makes an appearance on the live streams. Denim is right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you for coming on the stream, Mark. It's an honor to have you here hanging out. We've just been talking about Christmas presents and stuff. We haven't really got too much into the build yet. Yeah, which you may have seen the unboxing video. Kind of wanted to do that outside of the streams, so that was all taken care of. So I wasn't spending like the first hour fluffing around with going ooh and ah, and this is what this is what the box looks like. But we have just been hanging out and talking about Christmas presents. So what did you get, Mark, for Christmas? Is there any Lego that you got that you would care to share with the group? Obviously, I got the UCS Millennium Falcon. We've had some other cool sets. I know Ryan got an Ecto 1. Vault Dweller got a massive haul. So yeah, what did you get? Yeah, he likes to be on camera. He's always kind of whenever I'm doing filming, he's always around the place. If you've seen a bunch of my videos, he often makes an appearance. But yes, he's a purebred Bengal, so he's loud. He's kind of a non-cat cat. He loves the water. He's crazy loud. When he wants to be loud, he can be loud. But he's a cool cat. He's a cool cat. Right, I think we should start placing some parts. What do you guys think? Oh, it's a nice present. Yes. I'm a payday away from my ISD All-Imperial Star Destroyer. Also a very awesome set. I have heard, like I said just a little bit earlier, because one of the other guys is really keen on an Imperial Star Destroyer as well, and yes, I have heard that that is a fantastic build, and some people even prefer it to the Falcon. So yes, totally agree with that purchase. Very cool. And I just realised that I'm not actually listening to my the fun tunes that I've got going, and I should probably pay attention to where the camera angle is, so that you guys can see what I'm doing rather than just me building it off stream, because hey, that wouldn't be that much fun to watch. Ryan, I also got some Apple AirPods. Ooh, Apple AirPods Pro for Christmas. Wow, those aren't cheap. Very cool. Amazing how much tech they've packed into those things. Yes, I'm planning on getting my wife some of the original AirPods. We just kind of got a cheaper set for her to try out to make sure that they are actually what she would like and whether she will actually use them. And she's been using the cheaper ones, but there have been some frustrations with those. So yeah, so she's hanging out for getting those. Oh, earthquake! Oh no, it's just Tarzan scratching himself. Just lie down, Tarzan. Lie down, have a sleep. Mark finally unboxed and built the Tent of 4. Nice, over the long weekend. Like it, wants to mod the hell of it out of it though. Totally, yeah. I actually really enjoyed that build too. Absolutely loved the Tent of build. It was very fun. As one of my, actually that was the first. I think that was actually the very first Lego Star Wars set that I ever built and bought and owned. Or sorry, no, I'd ever owned. I'd built my brother-in-law's Millennium Falcon, the first edition Millennium Falcon, and the AT-AT Walker, but that was my first Lego Star Wars set that was actually mine. And yeah, I absolutely loved it too. Absolutely loved the build. I heard some people complaining about, oh, you get sick of building the engines. Not really. I just really enjoyed the build. It was a great build. Yeah, so I can absolutely relate to that. For the Transformers fans amongst us, also bought myself a Unicron Cell Studio as a Christmas present. Nice. It's about the size of a small child. Oh, crikey. I'm looking forward to seeing some pictures of that when it's built. That'll be very cool. Agreed, it was way fun build. Only thing that stopped me completing it was it turned 3 AM. Yep, and wanted to do that, do the last stickers when more awake. Though, what's that? Though, F stickers. Yes, no, I can appreciate that too. Wanting to do stickers when you're a bit more awake, especially on bigger sets. Like you want to get the stickers as perfect as you can. Like, you know, sometimes close enough is good enough. But yeah, you want to do your best job. So I can absolutely appreciate that. Right, so I am going to start placing some more things. Still haven't really gotten the hang of, did it again. Sorry guys. And of course I've tried a different camera angle, so it's just all weird, but that's okay. Bear with me, I will get there. One of the things I haven't really mastered is the whole, talking and actually building at the same time. It's way trickier than what you think it's going to be, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys will give me some grace in that department. I don't think I'm going to have to open a bag. Yep, I will. Okay. Well, open this one over top of the other one. I'm sure we will plow through it. No, Tarzan, these pieces are not for you to play with either. So I guess I could probably elaborate a little bit now on the details of when I actually got this set. So yeah, Christmas Day. I don't know how many of you have seen my shorts video, which is like a really quick overview of the story. And let me just double check I'm gonna do this right. Yeah, so we got to the end of all the presents, and my wife, yeah, we were just about to get up, and I was like, oh, cool, I managed to get some Lego. Okay, that's cool. Just a little set from my oldest daughter, which I was pretty stoked about. I was happy to get any Lego. It was a small set, so I was like, cool, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. At least I get a Kylo Ren minifig, which I haven't got any other Kylo Ren minifigs. So yeah, cool, great. And then yeah, we're just about to get up and walk away, and my wife was like, hang on everyone. So there's one more present under the tree, and kind of looked at her. And I looked at the tree. I was like, well, no, I've just been handing out all the presents. So what are you talking about? And then she was like, no, like literally under the tree. And I was just like, hang on, no. That's a big box under the tree. Surely you haven't gone and bought me a ridiculously expensive Lego set for Christmas. Surely not. So I went and, sorry, need another bag. So I went and took the Christmas tree off the box it was sitting on, and yeah, I was just like, there's nothing else, no other Lego set that has a box that big, and there's just, yeah. So I opened it up and I just could not believe it. I absolutely could not believe it. So she absolutely kept it a 100% secret for months, and every time I talked about really wanting the Falcon set, or hey, she just like fully kept a straight face. Apparently she almost gave it up a couple of times, but she absolutely kept it 100% a secret. And so yeah, it was pretty cool. Hey, if you can't behave yourself, you're gonna get kicked out, buddy. Yeah, you are. Great, it was way fun build. Oh yeah, felt like Vault Dweller. I feel like this build will take 13 streams to finish. Quite possibly. I'm thinking it'll probably be at least 10, if not 12, 13. Actually, I'm gonna show you what's going on back here. I think Tarzan likes the way the bags feel on his teeth. He hasn't bitten any Lego yet, but he was just having a mouthful of the actual bag, and he just chomped down on it, and he just kept biting. You're a funny cat. You're such a funny cat. So yes, I don't know how long this is going to take, but like I said, I'm just going to take my time and just enjoy this build. So you guys are more than welcome to come and hang out. Man, there's so many parts. I'm going to need more containers, I think. Oh, well, we'll see how far we get, and with just having some random open bags around the place. Yes, so you guys are more than welcome to join, or as much or as little as you like. Of course, it's always way more fun when there's people having conversations on the streams. But yes, I will just be taking my time and just enjoying this. Definitely not one to rush. Not a set to rush. So for those of you who don't know, Ryan is a good friend of mine outside of live stream world, and so I've kind of been a little bit privy to his build of the old Ecto 1 that he got for Christmas, and I have absolutely loved getting the messages from him because it is his first Lego set in like 30 odd years. Ryan, is that about right? Kind of like had a very similar Lego gap to me, and so he got the Ecto 1, bought that for himself as a Merry Christmas to me present, and has just been taking his time building it, and has absolutely just loved the process, and not wanting to rush through it, just putting aside some dedicated time to enjoy the whole process. And I definitely think that is the way to go. I'm definitely of the same mind. When you've got a big set, you just put away all the distractions and you just enjoy the whole build process. That's what Lego's designed for, you know, just good, fun, yeah, nice experience. So we should start a poll on that. Yes, that would be a very interesting poll. I'm getting 24 parts, 24 streams, which will be because I usually do between 2 and 3 hours for streams. So you're probably looking at 24 parts, so at least 48 hours for a build. Yeah. Maybe. I think I'll probably start ramping up once I really get into this. But you never know. Okay, so I think that piece is kind of done, so we can put that over there, and I have a feeling that we're probably now going to build another very similar construct. Probably a mirrored construct. I'm guessing at the moment it looks pretty similar, so why didn't they just go 2 times? I wonder. See, this one sits on top of the other ones. Okay, right. Yep, no, that makes sense, but it is pretty much identical. Oh no, there are a couple of little differences. Fair enough, Lego, fair enough. Oh, do you want to go out now, buddy? Okay. Tarzan the Destroyer needs to leave the building. Yep. All right. Welcome back to having your income destroyed, Ryan. Mark, so cynical. So cynical. Accurate, but cynical. I really wish they'd bring back grey push pins. So instead of the black ones, you like the grey ones, which just don't have the was it the friction pins on them? That's yeah, that's the old school way of doing it, eh? One thing I don't like about all of the much older sets, or the older Technic sets, is the black push pins, because they stick like nothing else. They must be made of like a softer plastic or something, and often once they are in, they are really tough to get out. So I definitely prefer the newer pins compared to the older pins, as far as the black ones are concerned. But yeah. Oh, instead of the blue ones. Oh, is that the one that have got the pin on one side and the axle on the other? Is that the ones you mean? I can appreciate how hard it must be to chat and build at the same time. Building Ecto 1 took a lot of focus and time. Yeah, as you say, taking the time to enjoy the process. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing worse than a flash of blue on a Star Wars set. Ah, yes, yeah, nah, fair enough. I get what you mean. At least a lot of the stuff though is, a lot of the pins and things, generally speaking, not every time, but generally speaking, they are mostly hidden by any weird colours or whatever. Are generally only used for the subframe, or the internal structure. So yeah, all the weird colours are usually hidden. There are exceptions, of course, but yes, I can definitely appreciate not wanting to have all of these kind of weird colours on a nice bluish grey set, or a dark bluish grey, primarily dark bluish grey set. Spend on Lego in the next few years and manage to break the bill. Yeah, your check is in the email. It's a shame, Ryan. It's a shame when you have inspiration but no self-control. Oh, my heart goes out to you. Old school black pins are immovable. Absolutely. So on a bunch of my older Technic sets, I've ended up replacing the old pins. I've still kept them in like bags to keep them separate, but ended up replacing them with the newer pins. It's much easier to build and pull apart. Yeah, it's the best way. Also, not criticism, love destroying my pan Lego. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is definitely an addiction, like a, sorry, that's such a negative connotation, sorry, but it is definitely a bug that you get a set and you're like, all of a sudden I've got permission to do this stuff, which a lot of the world still views as like a toy, and essentially it is, but it's still aimed at, a lot of them are aimed at the adult market. But half the battle is giving yourself permission to go, actually, I think this is really cool, so I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to build it, and I'm going to love it, and that's actually okay. But yes, like putting together a nice big set and having the finished model on display at the end is just such a great feeling. So cool. Ryan says, before I started watching these streams, I successfully managed to control my Lego addiction for the last 30 years, indeed. The internet is to blame for so much, Ryan, as am I, apparently. As am I. But that's okay. I don't mind being the inspiration for some enjoyment, and yeah, that's all good. And I think too, like a lot of this stuff too can definitely be handed down to your kids, and yeah, it can be treated more like an inheritance thing. Let me just double check, make sure I wasn't supposed to put, where's that funny coloured pin, where did that go? Oh, there. Wasn't supposed to go another one in there, no. Just is, okay. So this guy goes on top of that guy. Make sure everything's seated nicely. Beautiful. Fantastic. And now we can put that off to the side. Lego have done such an awesome job, especially with Technic, appealing to the model market and those that want to display. Absolutely, and all of the automated stuff as well. Like people are who don't know about the modern Lego sets. They still kind of think that it's just children's toys, and they don't realise how far it's come. They kind of have in their head. The sets that they saw in like the 70s, 80s, and yeah, they kind of think, oh, so you play with Lego, okay, and yeah, they really don't realise how far it has come until they actually see a set that is built, and then they're like, oh wow, okay, I had no idea it had come this far, especially when you get to the Technic stuff. How it is so amazingly engineered, and yeah, it's really cool to be able to share that with people and see their reactions. Okay, just need to see. Alright, here they are. Couple of little wing guys. Oh, there's nothing like crisp new Lego. It just slots in so nice, so smooth. It's funny playing with older Lego. That's well, not playing with older Lego, but building older Lego sets. You get that as you push the pieces together. It's pretty funny. Lego quirks. There's so many, but it's so good. Wouldn't have it any other way. James Hayworth. Good evening from the beach. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the beginning, the epic beginning of this monster build. 7,500 pieces that I am in absolutely no rush whatsoever to put together. I am so just going to enjoy this, and it's been pretty fun so far. Just starting off the Technic subframe. Yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together slowly, but slowly is good. Slowly is good, especially at this point. I hope your holiday, your Christmas break is going well at the beach. Yeah. hope it is going well. Thanks for dropping by too. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a bit. This is definitely a set that I have wanted for a while, ever since I first heard about it actually. I didn't see it for a very, very long time after I heard about it. Hopefully that makes sense. I kind of heard about it and then didn't see it because I started this channel in November 2018, and didn't actually see the UCS Millennium Falcon in the flesh until probably would have been February, I think, February last year, down at the Tauranga brick show, and I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, whew, it's amazing. I desperately want that one day, and but desperately wanting doesn't always turn into actually owning. So I'm pretty pumped that I actually get to own this set. So yes, very, very, very cool. Hang on, let me just catch up with the chat here. And with the UCS versions of pop culture sets too. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Haven't been on much. Was it a present? Yes, it was a Christmas present. There's a shorts video which is a really quick rundown of the story of me actually getting the present. It was like total. I had no idea. I mean, it's a set that I desperately wanted, and it is due for retirement, so kind of time was running out to actually get this thing. It might not even be available anymore in New Zealand. So it was, yes, it was a Christmas present of the century, so to speak. Absolutely amazing present to get. The short version is, I had no idea. We'd finished opening all the presents, and then my wife said, hey, there's one more present under the tree. And I was like, yeah, no, there's not. I just handed out all the presents, and she's like, no, literally under the tree. And it was the box that the Christmas tree was actually sitting on top of. So I took the Christmas tree off, opened up, took off the cloth because she hadn't like wrapped it or anything, but took off the cloth that was covering it, and there was this monster Lego box. And then it dawned on me that that there's only one set that I know of that has a box that big, and it was the UCS Millennium Falcon. I was just like, I was in shock. I was like, no, surely this is not actually happening. Surely this is like a cruel joke or something. I don't know. So yes, I was pretty pumped when I posted about it on the Lego Star Wars group. One of the guys said hashtag Jedi level wife, and I was just like, yeah, absolutely. But she must have been, because she's playing Jedi mind tricks on me for months because I had no idea. So yes, it was a great Christmas present. Huge surprise, had no idea, and yeah, so pumped. Yes, lucky man indeed. Very much so. Yeah. Very pumped. Very pumped to have this set. Like I have said, it was an absolute dream set to have, and one that I kind of never, always hoped that I would have, but never really thought that I'd have. Never thought that I'd be able to, justify the cost, and just not be able to get when it was actually available. You know, thought maybe it's a set that I might find in 5-7 years time, in some kind of bulk Lego lot that the person didn't really know what they had or something. But yeah, definitely not a brand new set. So yeah, hope you got her something awesome. She's actually not one. She loves giving gifts, but she's not one for really receiving gifts. So I got her a few little things, but nothing like really big and awesome. But I'm working on a couple of little things. Sorry, not really little things, but hoping to get her a couple of things in the near future. Not necessarily to make up for it, but more just getting her things that she really, really wants and needs, rather than just getting her something big. I am terrible with presents, like terrible with gifts. Sometimes I can like get a great idea and really go for it, but in general, I suck with presents, with giving presents. But yes. Now you probably all think that I'm really horrible, but that's okay. Okay, what have I done here? You and me both. Yes, mad props to Mrs. C. And Adrenaline 79. Is it wrong of me to assume that Adrenaline 79 is a young Stephen Sutcliffe? Is that a bold assumption? Am I completely off the mark? Am I completely off the mark? Let me know. But yes, mad props to Mrs. C. Oh, there's the sup, dude. I only saw the first bit, so yeah, bro. Thanks for coming and joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Long time no here. I do remember actually talking to you about the Lego Millennium Falcon many years ago, and I think it was probably about the first UCS Millennium Falcon. Maybe? Actually, maybe it wasn't that long ago. I don't know. My memory is failing me. My memory is absolutely failing me. But it's great to have you here, man. It is so good to have you here. I was actually thinking about you earlier today, wondering if you'd end up being on the stream, because I did see that you liked the was it the unboxing video on the Facebook page. So. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that you'd show up and come and hang out. So, welcome. It's great to have you here. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. James, well, you and me both. Yeah. I don't know. Is it a guy thing? I think maybe it is. That guys kind of generally suck more at giving gifts than women, or maybe it's just a love languages thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I just have a great idea and absolutely hit the nail on the head, but those times, unfortunately, are few and far between. But that's all right. That's okay. I have other qualities that make up for it. As in, yeah, I can receive gifts really well. I think, does that make up for it? I'm really good at getting gifts. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not. I got a natural amount of enjoyment from that unboxing vid. Pauline Longley, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Yeah, welcome. It's really, man, where are you from, Pauline? Because aren't you from like, I kind of get the feeling you're UK or the US, which, UK might be alright because it's like 9:30 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, something like that maybe. I was just had sudden thoughts like, isn't it like the middle of the night where you are? But regardless, welcome. It is great. It is great to have you here. As you can see, we're working on the subframe for this Millennium Falcon, and I'm just kind of taking it slow. Oh, you're a Kiwi. Oh, my mistake. For some reason, I thought you were from the UK. Because yeah. Anyway, regardless, that doesn't matter. Welcome. I might even be getting you confused with somebody else. So please ignore all that I just said. But welcome to the stream. It is great to have you here. Yeah, jump in and join in on the conversation. This is your mum's account? Ah, right, I see. Right. I met you at the Brick Show in February last year. Ah, the one in Tauranga. Awesome, fantastic. Cool. Yes. That was a great show. I really did enjoy that, and it genuinely was actually my first. Oh, hang on, I've just lost my place. Here we go. That genuinely was actually my first brick show that I'd ever been to, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was absolutely awesome. Yeah, and that was the first place too. That first show. The first place I had ever seen the UCS Millennium Falcon. So that was definitely my favourite display of the show. Even though there were some incredible mocks there, I just kept coming back to the Falcon and had to take more and more footage of it because I just absolutely fell in love with this set. And it is still a little bit beyond belief that I'm actually owning it and building it, and yeah. Can you tell that I'm excited? Can you tell? But yes, so that was a cool, and I love the people that, because that was kind of my first exposure to the Lego community as well, and I really didn't know what to expect, and it just. Yeah, I felt very embraced by the community, which was great. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so a couple of those and a couple of those. And I think that is that section done, and we can pull this main assembly in and bolt on that sub assembly, and then start on the next sub assembly. Now, one thing I've found about Lego instructions is that they, if you have light up behind them, the light tends to bounce off them, and sometimes they can be a little bit hard to read because they're light behind them. So if it gets too annoying, I may end up just moving the light source a little bit. But at the moment, it's not too bad. It was a great show. Pity last year's one was cancelled. Yes, absolutely. I was absolutely 100% planning on getting down to the Tauranga Brick Show, the BOP Brick Show, and I was absolutely gutted too that it was cancelled. But it is what it is. It is the time that we live in, unfortunately. But yes, I was gutted as. Thankfully, I was pretty stoked that the Auckland Brick Show at Armageddon went ahead. Yeah, and kind of stoked too that I could kill two birds with this one stone, so to speak, because I tend to take my older girls to Armageddon. They quite enjoy that, the whole pop culture aspect of that. The younger one gets a little freaked out by some of the costumes, but she's getting much better at managing that, and just realizing too that it's just people underneath the costumes, you know. But yeah, two birds with one stone. Having the Auckland Brick Show at Armageddon this year was very cool. I had all my displays ready in a box and then had to unpack it all. Yeah, yes, I definitely feel for the exhibitors, because it got cancelled relatively close, I guess, to the actual date. But yeah. Okay, sub-assembly done. Let's bolt that on. Beautiful. There we go. Looks like a Cylon Raider off Battlestar. You know, a really like bad mock of a Cylon Raider. Same general shape, but I think anyway. 2x before, yeah. Mark says music stands 2 for the large booklets are the best hack I ever did for building sets. Totally. Good idea. Hilariously, I have had a lot to do with music over the years. Like, it is probably been the mainstay of most of my life is music. However, hilariously, I have no music stands. I do not own any music stands. I own many guitars and a lot of guitar effects and a lot of like mics and production equipment, and mic stands, yes, but no music stands. Hilariously, maybe that'll have to change. I'll just be ready for a future show. Yeah, totally. Took most of them apart. I do GBC build, modules and other things. Now GBC, you're going to have to help me with that. It's probably really obvious, but my mind can't quite pick what that stands for. GBC. Great build champions. Ginormous booger charts. Giga book cherries. Just some guesses. Great ball contraptions. There we go. Please forgive me of my ignorance. No, that makes total sense. Great ball contraptions. Cool. I remember there was a couple of really cool ones at the Tauranga. Good guess though. There were a couple of really cool ones at that first Tauranga Brick Show, the smaller one in the school. So I'm assuming that they were yours. So yeah, very cool. Very, very, very cool. Or at least one of those was yours. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, those things are amazing. Yes, those great booger charts are really something else. Am I going to have to open another bag? Bear with me. What am I missing here? Oh no, they are the dark tan ones. Should see some them. Yes. Two of those. One of those. One of those. Couple of them. coolies. Those were yours. Awesome. Yeah, they were really cool. Actually, I think in the video that I did of the Tauranga Brick Show, I think there was a good section of like the camera following the ball around one of those. Yeah, I'm assuming that was yours. That was very cool. Mad props. That's epic. Those are so cool. That's one thing that I have not found any skill in at thus far, is building mocks of any kind. So I have mad respect for people that do mocks and design stuff like that, because that's just really cool. Really, really, really cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sorry, I should put that bring it further into shot so that you can actually see what I'm doing. And I need to build 4 of those guys. Yep. Yeah, time-stamped it. Nice. Very, very cool. Right, let's get all the bits that I need. So I need 8 of those guys. 2, 4, 6, 7, and come on, number 8, where are you? 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. I must be going blind. I must be going blind. Or it's, oh no, I'm not. It's alright, it's in the other bag. Okay, that's a little bit of a milestone. All of bag number 1 bags are now open. Cool. Cool, yeah. And 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 8 of you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, oh, hang on. Favorite set vintage. Oh, okay. So far, my favorite set ever is the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. So as you can see, where is it? No, this way. There. I have the pirate ship still built up. I built that whole set on live stream. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Absolutely, hands down, favorite set ever. But I don't mean to sound cliche, but this one that I'm now working on, the UCS Millennium Falcon, may take the cake. It may become my favorite set ever. We will see. My wife was having a bit of a chuckle the other day because I said in the unboxing video that my favourite set was the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, but this one might dethrone the Barracuda Bay set from that title. And she had a bit of a chuckle because she's like, yeah, because they were bought on the same day. Just funny, but yes. So yeah, time will tell. Time will tell. I don't know what it is about the Barracuda Bay set, but I just absolutely loved it. Maybe it was the first new set the modern set, so set that I didn't have from my childhood, that I got and built. And yes, I built it on live stream, but I just kind of took my time and just really enjoyed the build. I wasn't trying to make a video about it. I just was like, this is a cool set, it's a big set, I'm just going to build it, don't care how long it takes. And yeah, just enjoyed the whole process. So, like I said, we will see. We will see what happens by the end of the Falcon build process, whether the Barracuda base set is still my favorite or whether the Millennium Falcon takes the crown. I have a feeling that the Falcon might take the crown, but we will see. Time will tell. Gotta say, it amused me knowing the first time I ever saw multiple numbers on of the same bag here seemed to defeat the purpose of following bag numbers. Yeah, it's true. It's like, yeah, start off with bag 1, and also this bag 1, and this bag 1, and this bag 1. So yes, I know what you mean. Figured you might say that. Yeah, yes. I am still a little bit giddy about this set. I mean, that's a very odd term to use, but yeah, I'm still pretty pumped about this. So, like I said, time will tell. Time will tell, indeed. So this is definitely interesting to see how this subframe is all coming together. I mean, it's all got to be so solid, because I mean the Falcon ends up just being so big. So it's just all technically beams and pins and just, yeah, building up the basic substructure. So yeah. Okay, so I'm only going to need another beam, plate. Just can't believe how many of these where is it? Yeah, these beams there are. It's so crazy. 26 of them in this substructure. It's so nuts. What else do I need? One of those guys. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before. Talking about my favourite set. Oh, that's right. I was going to say about the video that I ended up doing from the the brick show. I don't think I used all of my footage, but I think I used the best kind of bits of the footage. So I might actually have even a little bit more of the ball contraption shots. Yeah, so that section could be slightly longer if yeah, if you wanted some extra footage, or feel free to just be passing on the link to my video with a timestamp. Either way, I don't mind. I'll be building the second largest Lego set, maybe not for long. UCS Death Star anyone? Ooh, interesting. And there I am. My biggest set is UCS Yoda. Aha, okay. I think that's still a pretty big set though, right? How many? What's the piece count on the Yoda set? Yeah, let me know what the piece count is on that. I'll be interested to see. Yeah, it is really interesting comparing this to the Colosseum. I've talked about the Colosseum a few times on the streams. Yes, it is largest by piece count, but a lot of those pieces are kind of smaller pieces, I think. hence the price of the UCS Millennium Falcon. Is that right? No. The price of the UCS Millennium Falcon is here in New Zealand like $1,500, and the price of the Coliseum is, even though it's got another 1,500 odd parts, is $600 or $700 cheaper. So yes, and I know that there's got to be Star Wars licensing royalties in the Millennium Falcon set, but yeah, I still think that the Millennium Falcon is a much more impressive set than the Coliseum. Yeah, the Coliseum definitely isn't on any of my have-to-have lists, that's for sure. Whereas the Millennium Falcon is just, there's just nothing like it. So yes, it is the second largest set, but yeah, technically. Come on, what do you know? Oh, that's not right. Okay, what have I done here? Why is that not going together? Bear with me, folks. What have I done wrong? Aha! I have put these around the wrong way. See, that's what happens when you build and yak and don't actually pay attention to what you're doing. Do silly things like this. Hey, easy fix. Where am I up to? I think I handed you a lug card. Oh yes, yeah, I think so. Fair enough. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, a lug card at the brick show, and I think I was thinking at the time, it's like, oh, it's cool. I do know about the lug. I liked the page and all of that. But I was, like I said earlier, I was still a little bit of an unknown. So yeah, no, I definitely have mad respect for all of the Lego user groups. Definitely. So the UCS Yoda set has 1771. Okay. So it's not a massive set. Fair enough. I thought it would have been, being a UCS set, it would have had a little bit more parts than that. But that's fair enough. The child. We still pay a bit more here for sets. Yeah. I know. That kind of sucks. Unfortunately, we are an island, so it does kind of cost more to get stuff shipped here. It's all got to come in on containers, and you know, it's not as large a population, so we don't have this scale, and you know, blah 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 blah. And the New Zealand dollar isn't that strong, and blah 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 blah. But yes, it does suck. Does suck. Understandable, but still, just because it's understandable doesn't mean it sucks any less. The child UCS goes well with the regular Yoda, and it's great to swap the heads around. Nice. Very cool. Mark, the Taj Mahal created the same feelings in collectors too. That was the time the original Falcon was out, and original ISD with the same comments like the Taj being all one-dimensional. Yeah. I really, I remember Rich from Brick Scene saying, because I think did it make it onto his worst sets of 2020, the Coliseum, because it just didn't, like they targeted the a specific sub niche of the adult market, but just didn't quite hit the mark or something. So people were kind of like, yeah, it's kind of okay, it being the biggest set, but then, yeah, he didn't really know of anyone who was about to, you know, really rush out and buy it. And yeah, I agree. It's like, it's cool, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have rampant COVID either. Suck it, rest of the world. So maybe the rest of the world is like, we're gonna make you pay in other ways. Don't have COVID, but we're gonna make you pay through the teeth for Lego sets. Sorry, that's bad taste. Poor taste. Yeah. Every Tatooine mocker will grab them half price when the shops can't move them. Oh, totally. All of those tan pieces, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, sorry, wait. Okay, so I should grab out a couple of those. Get them ready for the next steps as well. What else do we have in here? Good. Oh, there we go. Right there. So I need one of them, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And one of those. That should do this set, this step, and the next step. Right, let's get secured in there, and then you go in there. And get secured in there. And one there, and then 4 of these guys. Hey, this is a really cool way of like sandwiching the Technic substructures and securing them in place, because I haven't actually had any sets that have these parts in them before, so that's pretty cool. And then you have the beams sandwiching a couple of plates, and then that locks it all in place, so there's no way that they can like delaminate, I guess. Yeah, that's very cool. One thing I find really interesting in building all of these newer sets is they are so different than the old school 80s sets which I grew up with. And it's really interesting to see all of the new building techniques and things. Some very clever stuff. Very clever stuff indeed. Spin this guy. Okay, Vintage, why don't you try using instructions and build a great booger chart module. Plenty of, I'm gonna call it that for like ever now. Great booger chart. Right, yeah, great ball contraption module. Plenty of places like Rebrickable and planetgbc.com have the instructions. Cool. You know what? I might try that. I think that would be really cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a great, I guess, back catalogue of parts for mocks. I'm a little apprehensive about pulling actual sets apart to do mocks, but I'm sure that will probably change in the near future. I am quite keen on trying my hand at a few mocks and just kind of developing that skill. But yeah, it's definitely something I would be open to trying and giving a go and potentially making some videos on. Doing some great ball contraption things, because they are very cool. Very, very cool indeed. But yes, I will look into that. I will indeed look into that. And where are you? Just a half pin there, and you go in here, because there we go, there's a steering wheel. There's a steering wheel right there. Cool. Oh, we almost finished this subframe. Fun. Couple of plates. You and you. Couple of you guys. And a couple of you guys. These guys go up the front here. Let me just have a bit of a closer look here. Do I have the stud showing? I do. That's okay. Had a horror thought for a moment there that I had done something completely wrong and was like a whole stud out on that section, but I was mistaken, thankfully. And that is that subsection complete. Very cool. Even that is actually pretty big. Just to think that that is a tiny little section of the ship. Yeah, this thing is gonna be a monster. Pauline, oh no, Vault Dweller. Vault Dweller, sad to see you go, but thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It's been awesome to have you here. Yeah, I'll see you next stream. Thanks for coming and joining in. It's been very, very cool. There are alternative models for sets and GBCs. Ah, cool. Together. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yes. Too right, Mark. Rebrickable feels like a level of purgatory to me. So many instructions I want, so many I can't get right now. It's right. And buying all of the pieces required to make all of said mocks and instructions. Yeah. I need to kind of be careful when I go and have a bit of a look on there too, because there's so many cool things, and you just want to like get it all. So excuse me for a moment. I need to hydrate. Yeah, I'm wondering if we actually down this whole thing. Just talk amongst yourselves for a few seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, excuse me. sufficiently rehydrated. Right, next subsection. And how are we going for time? Well, not too bad actually. Almost 10. Yeah, joke. I didn't quite get through all of it. I'm not that much of a drink demon, but I got through a bunch of it. Yeah, needless to say, it is hot here. It is very, very hot. But that's okay. That's life. That's life. Anyway. Leave a gap 2. A black pin, leave a gap 1. Nope. That's close. Almost put them in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. Yeah, what have we got here? Much respect to the designers of these UCS. So much thought gone into every element of the set and build experience. Absolutely. Very clever. Must have taken them so long to design, tweak, test, and refine. Yes. Yeah. I agree with everything in that statement. I was reading a little bit about the designer for the UCS Millennium Falcon, and he didn't work in a silo. Like, it's not like he didn't have any help at all, but it was pretty much just one guy, and he kind of he used software a lot. He used the Lego, or one of the design studios, just so that he didn't have to have multiple iterations all around the place, because he only had like so much desk space. So I kind of built up a prototype and then worked on it digitally and then tweaked it, and then so we could have lots of iterations so then they could decide exactly which path they wanted to take and all that kind of thing. But yeah, really found it really interesting, but so talented. Well, a lot of these mock designers are so talented as well. Like the ATM6 that I just finished, which was lent to me by one of the guys at the Lego Star Wars Community NZ Facebook group. And I think I've used the wrong parts here. Hang on. What have I done? Hang on just a second. silly me, silly me, silly me. Okay, that goes around that way. Not long ways. Here we go. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't designed by Lego. It was designed by a, just a fan, Michael Kozlowski, and that was an amazing build. 4,150 parts, and it was a monster ATM6 walker. It was so good. Label out for that Sweetwater sponsorship moolah. Yeah, hilariously, this is actually a bottle that isn't even sold in New Zealand. I think it was a bottle that I got from our last trip to the US, which just randomly grabbed a water bottle, and it's just made its way back here, and I just randomly use it. So yeah, hilarious. It's not even a New Zealand brand, but yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, you can imagine a mock like the ATM6, where, I mean, he must have used the software to actually build up the model, and then build it physically. But yeah, there's some pretty crazy engineering that went into that, and he's just a Lego fan, you know. So yeah, totally mad respect. Love to be able to get to that level one day. I remember when I first started the channel, and a friend of mine sort of from overseas said to me, "Yeah, oh, you should go on like Lego Masters or something." And I was just like, just politely kind of laugh it off, because I just thought I'd be terrible at that. Like, yes, I enjoyed my childhood sets and all of that, but I haven't really touched it in 30 odd years, and I don't know much about Lego, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, no, I couldn't think of like, I think if I went on Lego Masters, I would embarrass myself, but that's okay. Is that the right way around? Yes. Why, yes it is. Yes it is. Yeah, especially after seeing what some of these guys do, mock-wise. There's a couple of guys in the Lego community, some American guys who, one of them may even be on Lego Masters, but just hearing him talk about how he approaches mocks and how he approaches getting all like weird parts that a lot of people don't even know really exist, unless they're right into it. So have I done this right? Oh yeah, it just overhangs. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and just how he approaches getting all these random parts and builds these spaceships, and you kind of look at these spaceships and go, like, I never even knew half of those parts were available in that, though, all these weird like colors, these transparent pastels, and it's just like, what? Yeah, it's crazy. When I hear it, like one of those guys talking about stuff, you just realize how, even more so, how completely inadequate someone like myself would be going on something like Lego Masters, and how much I would embarrass myself. And I remember watching the Australian Lego Masters and really enjoyed it. But some of the creations they came up with were just absolutely phenomenal. To be able to design and build those on the spot is just nothing short of just guru material, you know. It's artistry. It's just such, just so incredible. And you know, a long way away from that. But hey, that's okay. We are all on a journey, right? We are all on a journey. Maybe one day. Foreign water sponsorship, even smarter. Not no local takedown requests. Yeah, nice. You love the thumbnail. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, I've kind of I try to develop my own kind of style with the thumbnails. Even though each thumbnail is different, you kind of try to keep the same style so that they're coherent as a whole rather than a whole lot of different, different styles, but still different enough. Yeah. But for the live stream thumbnails, I kind of have tried to reuse elements so that even when you look at the channel, it's easy to distinguish what is the what is a live stream thumbnail and what is a like a normal video thumbnail. So, all part of the strategy, but yes, thank you. I appreciate that. And that was probably one of the hardest things when I first started out. Is I think these thumbnails are okay, but I don't know for sure. And yeah, I don't know, because at the end of the day, I'm not the one who has to think that the thumbnails are cool. I can work my butt off and do the most amazing thumbnail in the world, but if other people don't think that it looks like a video they want to click into, then they're not going to click into it, and it defeats the purpose of having the thumbnail. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it is always really nice to hear when people think that my thumbnails and my artwork for the channel is cool. So thank you very much, Pauline. No, Pauline's daughter. Thank you very, very much. Reminds me, even Tarzan got in on the old thumbnail action at one point on one of the videos. The intergalactic command-based video. My kids thought that was pretty funny. Really good, really random question, Vintage. But do you watch How to Dad and Son? I don't actually. I have seen some of his stuff, but I don't actively watch a lot of his stuff. But what I have seen is very, very funny. It definitely does appeal to my sense of humor. Yes, he's very, very dry sense of humor. Yeah, he's a funny guy. Yes, but like I said, I haven't really actively gone out and like subscribed to him as such. But yes, I do appreciate his humor. Oh, hang on, what have I done here? Yeah, so that goes down there. Ah, it goes on the other side. Righto. Okay, move that way out of there. And this goes on the other side. Okay. That is a very long structure. Like, I'm going to try and, what am I doing? Fit it this way into the shot. That is long. That is a very, very long structure. Okay, more beams to lock it down in place. I gotta go, Ryan, I gotta go, but it's been great chatting and watching the build. Awesome start. We'll definitely tune in for the next part. Thank you so much, Ryan, for tuning in. Yes, it's always great to have you on the stream. Absolutely, absolutely love the conversation that you bring. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Yeah, awesome. This piece, I'm pretty sure was supposed to be used somewhere. There, but not on the other side. Right, I think it just fell off when I put the beam on. Right, now we're getting there. Now we're getting there. Come on, Mr. Pin, come in here. Here we go. Okay, a couple more of these guys. Where are these guys? Oh, was I supposed to use some more of those? Yes, no, yes, no. Two of those there. There's one on that side. Oh, I've put these on the wrong side. Oh no, I haven't. I'm supposed to spin it around. Don't panic! That makes more sense. So have those on the other side. Got one there, there. Okay, right. Now I know what we're doing. I haven't completely screwed it up, which is great news. Great news indeed. Really loving this technique of sandwiching these Technic beams in the substructure so that they don't delaminate with these double pin things. Very, very cool. Very clever indeed. So simple, but so clever. Okay. Oh, get lots of, to use lots of bigger parts this time. Cool, that's always fun. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And 16 pins, black pins. Okay, let's grab those from the black pins department. Random amount of black pins. Alright, time I go. Thanks for the stream, Vintage. Any idea when the next part is? Have a good night, guys. Next part, what's today? Wednesday. I don't, actually. It will probably be around the same time. Around 8:30-ish. I don't know what day though. I kind of tend to plan out the streams maybe a day to 2 days ahead of when it's actually going to be. So just make sure you're subbed and make sure your notifications are on, and then you'll get a notification when I post a new stream, hopefully. And yeah, that's probably the best way to keep apprised of when it is. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It has been it's been really cool having you on the stream, and yeah, thank you so much. Pauline's son. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. Oh, music stopped. I have to remedy that. There we go. Now we're back in business. Okay, so pin time. These pins into these. I didn't even know what these would be called. What, 4x6 Technic something or other. Yeah. It's always interesting trying to come up with names for these things. It's another really interesting thing about getting involved in the Lego community after 30 odd years, realizing what you called all of these parts as a kid is not actually what they're called, and having to relearn what the parts are called. It's kind of funny. Okay, make sure I've got this the right way around. So you go over there. You go in there. You know, I shouldn't be surprised how massive this thing is, but I really still am. It's so big. It's such a massive, massive structure. It really is quite large. I wonder if we get to the point in bag one. Oh, we do. Hey, that's cool. Just cheated a little bit and skipped ahead. We get to the point in bag one where we affix this structure to this this structure back here, which I'm assuming is actually the rear section. So time will tell whether I'm correct on that or not, but for the moment I think we can just put that over there. Yeah, another really interesting thing is these the use of these right angle parts. I think it's pretty cool. Very, very clever indeed. I know. I mean, the Technic substructure is, in a way, it is kind of a simple thing, but in many respects, it's actually not a simple thing. Like it's just, yeah, I don't know. The engineering in these things always blows me away, even in like a normal, like a non-Technic set like this. Still, the amount of engineering is just nuts. For the Technic substructures and so forth. Okay. It's because the kids' names were out my teeth or out my fingernails. Yeah, I tell you what, I had to pull apart that ATM6 very, very quickly till the wee hours of the morning. And when the owner said to me that he spent 4 hours pulling it apart before he gave it to me, part of me kind of thought, oh, yeah, does it really take you 4 hours to pull apart? Like, were you just being a little bit meticulous, or were you really going as fast as you could? I was going great guns, pain be damned, as fast as I possibly could, disassembling that thing, because like we were leaving that day or the next day. So I was pulling it apart till like, I think it was 2 a.m. 2:30 a.m. or something like that, and then I ended up finishing off pulling it apart that next morning, and we were leaving that day. But all up, I was going as fast as I possibly could, and it took me 4 hours to pull apart that whole thing. I tell you what, my fingers at the end of that, my fingernails and my thumbs were wrecked, absolutely destroyed. So yes, out my teeth or out my fingernails, totally. Steve says, speaking of music, I think whenever you finish a major step moving on to the next box or something, you need to rip out a celebratory guitar solo, Star Wars theme or otherwise. And Mark agrees. Oh yeah, okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Monkey D. Ruffy, sup yourself. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing awesome wherever you are. Yeah, where you from? What you doing? Are you like building some Lego while you're watching the stream? Join in on the conversation. It's awesome to have you here. Welcome. In particular, what part of the world are you from? I always absolutely love hearing when people join what part of the world they're from, because we do get people from all over the place on the stream, and I find it absolutely fascinating. So yes, welcome. Mark says the UCS Y-Wing was killed my thumbs. He uses that many hooks as grappling. Yes, I have noticed on the UCS Y-Wing. That is another set that I would absolutely love to have one day, is some of those, like the UCS X-Wing and Y-Wing. But the Y-Wing in particular, so much greebling on that set. It's crazy. But yes, that's a very, very cool set as well. What am I? Oh yeah, there it is. I thought for a second that I was missing a couple of pieces, but surely not. Turns out I just wasn't looking hard enough. And missed 2. So you go in there. Another beam to lock all of that in place, and a double pin guy to lock those in place. Again, very cool. Love it. And the double pins on the other side. And you go there. Okay. Cool. Berkey Bulinik, welcome to the stream. I hope you also are doing awesome. Where in the world are you from? As I said very, very recently, I love to hear where people are from in the world that come and hang out on the stream. Why is just 2 people watching? I don't know. Go tell your friends. Get more people here. Showing 4. Yep. Now there is. As clearly, man. Yeah. But hey, yeah, this is at the moment. This is just kind of a small stream, but hopefully it'll gain a little bit of momentum. Hopefully we'll get more people coming along and hanging out and joining in on the conversation. But yeah, you're always more than welcome to subscribe and turn your notifications on to be notified of when I'm going to be streaming. I don't really have a set schedule, so no pressure, of course. But hey, if you want to come join in next time as well as this time, yeah, do that thing and you know, come join in on the fun. But yeah, it is I'm loving enjoying this set, and I'm loving just hanging out and building this thing. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Muck says Y-Wing is an amazing UCS set. Is amazing in UCS set. Yes. The Imperial Shuttle is amazing too. My favorite. Okay, interesting. I have seen that set around, but I'd never kind of it never really appealed to me as such. But I have heard a few people say that it is their favorite set. So that's interesting. Maybe I need to have a little bit more of a look into that. Or maybe my wallet says, no, don't look into it. That's a terrible idea. Don't look into it at all. But yes, maybe I will. Maybe I will. All right, this substructure is coming along. It's looking good. So I imagine next time the next bit is just fleshing out that side. More pins. Oh, you already subscribed, my man. Okay, yep, fist bump, screen bump. Yep. Excellent. Yeah, nice. So, oh, let me know where in the world you're from, because I am keen to find out, keen to know. But you don't have to, of course. No pressure. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I we love hearing where people are from. We've had a few people here from Australia. There's a couple of guys from Dubai who have come along. Some from places in Europe. Yeah, that's just. I just find it really interesting where people are from. So yeah, as I said, welcome. Willkommen if you're from Germany. I'm assuming you're not, but yeah, it's my attempt at being funny, you know. My poor sense of humour or something. All right. There is something about building with brand new, untouched by human hands Lego. Something just, you know, something that there's nothing quite like it. I would watch, but I have to do my online homework. Well, yes, definitely. Cannot skip school. Very, very important. Well, thank you for dropping by, and I hope to see you on the next stream. I may be doing some streams at different times, so maybe I'll be able to, or you'll be able to come hang out when you don't have to be doing homework. But I really appreciate you dropping by, and yeah, and hopefully we'll see you next time. All right, so I think we've had that substructure, the substructure done. So we get that guy on there. Make sure that's seated nicely. And yet another big long beam. The pile is getting smaller of those 26 odd beams. How long are these things? Hang on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 1 by 16 Technic beams. Had 26 of them. Pile is definitely getting smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. But yes, I think Steve might be onto something. I do think that might need to bust out a guitar solo or something. So we'll see. We'll see. I will do my best to try and organise a little something something. Okay, one more of these guys, and a couple more of these guys. And this guy. Okay, and now we can put that on this other substructure, the main substructure. Clickety clackety clickety clack, and it is in. And there we go. That is that's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. Love it. Oh. Hang on, got some more bits and pieces to strengthen it. Aha, okay, some more of these little beams. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go in there, you go in there. You know, just to strengthen it up a little bit more. And then the moment of truth. We're going to attach it to this substructure, the other substructure. So slide, so what have we got here? So that goes away in there. This is a cool moment. Attach you in there, and you go there, 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 and one more in there. And I assume, oh gosh, all the pins go in. And on this side as well. There, there, and there. So all them. It is beautiful. Okay. That's, oh wow. Is this? Yeah. It's crazy. It's big. It is big. Four beams. For 4 beams. No. Yes, exactly. 1 more. 2. 3. Exactly. Okay, flip this guy over, which is this thing, which I mean it has to be solid as, like it had it's the whole idea, but it is solid. It's not flimsy at all. It feels very, very rigid, which is always great, you know. It's always a good thing, because you don't want no floppy substructures, that's for sure. couple of those guys and another 4 of these guys. Dai, Rua, Toru. Excellent. Okay, so that guy goes in there. Strengthen that now. Actually, did I put that on? Wrong. Hang on. Have I done that right? No. There we go. No, that's all right. I have done it all correct. It is okay. Don't panic. Ah, right. That's a single one, and it's on the outside on the double. Right. That's good. Sounds like Tarzan the Destroyer is back. So that goes around that way. So, okay, yes. Is the correct place, and that goes in there, that goes in there. Jolly good. Right, shall we see? Oh gosh, I missed some messages. Apologies. Nilsag. Am I saying that right? Nilsag. Do you think the gunship will be the $200 USD or the $350 USD UCS? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I have no idea. So I'm going to go with Mark on that. I agree with Mark. Whatever he says. Yep, 350. Yep. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, I assume you are with the umlauts like that. I'm assuming you are from somewhere in Europe. Let me know where you're from. I'd be keen to know. But yes, welcome to the stream, and hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome to the conversation. Welcome to the hangout. I really hope we get some Bad Batch sets too, says Mark. Yes, that would be cool. I mean, I did watch the trailer of the Bad Batch, but I'm kind of actually still working my way through the Clone Wars. I really need to hurry up and finish all of those. But yes, I'm looking forward to all of the new Disney series coming out, actually. Yeah, really cool, especially the live action ones. I have so enjoyed The Mandalorian. It's been so good. So yeah, definitely looking forward to Ahsoka and the other one, Endor. Yeah, gonna be very cool. All right, so we need 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a 2 of 4. And a couple of double 2s. Okay, so the 2x2s go back here. Strengthen up that area. And the 2 of 4 goes there. And then the pins, that one's already there, so one goes here. And the same on the other side. Europe it is, yes. Fantastic, well, welcome. Yeah. Are you building any Lego at the moment? Did you get any Lego for Christmas? Yeah, what you up to? What you up to? Don't mean to pry, just curious, just interested. Okay, so we've got a couple in there and a couple in there. That's the 4 of them that are left over. Make sure I get these all in the right places. Otherwise it's going to come back and haunt me. Feels pretty crazy to have been building for, well, I suppose I didn't start the build straight away, but building for well over 2 hours and still like barely into the substructure. It's kind of cool. I'm loving the build so far, that's for sure. This is definitely going to be one of those sets that when if you have to take it apart, you kind of have to know how it goes together to be able to take it apart, because there's like little key things. You can't just like rip it apart, because yeah, it just ain't gonna work. But yes, it is definitely going to be a monster. Definitely a monster. One of you, couple of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, couple of you, okay. Oh, there's Tarzan. Shall I go let him in? I think he wants to check out the build process. See how far I've gotten, making sure that I'm doing it right. Right, just a second. I am going to go let him in. I'll be right back. Come on. For those new to the channel, Tarzan is my cat. He's been known to be called Tarzan the Destroyer because he likes to come over and knock stuff over, and he's just being a cat. But he likes to be wherever I am. Here he comes. Yes, hello. Hey buddy, lie down and have a sleep. You're hilarious. Mark says, vintage for after the stream. Unicron with the attentive force guard. Oh yes, oh definitely check that out. Oh definitely check that out, thank you for that. Yes, hello. Hi. There you go. You have a spot over there. Yep, Tarzan approves of the build so far. Hopefully he doesn't send a whole bunch of pieces flying. Oh wow, we've made some pretty good progress actually this stream. Up to step 75. Only 1,300 odd steps to go. Easy peasy. So I need one of those, and I need one of those, and I need 8 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 6, 7, and 8. That's all of them. The force is strong with this one. The force is strong with this one.
strong with the Force. This one is.
Hey, buddy. Alright, so this one goes... Oh yes, hello Tarzan. Do you want to help with this build, this section, do you? Oops, I was supposed to flip it over, but that's okay because it's like in the same place, so that's all good. Alright, some more of these double pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. One there, one in there. There's a lot of these, like, these double pin guys. Oh, too close. There's a lot of these guys in here, which is great. Like it just makes this substructure so solid. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and 8. What other bits do we need? Right, more double pins. Surprise, surprise. But hey, that's okay. 4 of you guys and 3 of you guys. 1, 2, 3. And 1 of you guys. Okay, so this guy goes all the way over here, and let's get these pins in. They kind of go all the way over here too. Sir, are you aware your spaceship has nowhere near enough cat butt in it? Oh, I'm sure that Tarzan is very aware, and he's trying to rectify the situation the best he can. Tarzan be like, maximum cat butt mode engaged. All right, some of those are starting to get a little bit tricky to get in the right place. So that can go on there. I'm assuming that goes on there, which I shouldn't be assuming much of anything, but that's all right. Generally, it's all going in the right place. So where are all these pins going then? They are here. Right. Sweet. So these will be to attach the front substructure to the rear substructure. One thing I have noticed in a lot of the, well, I say a lot of the Technic models, but it's really just the Mac Anthem that I've built, which is one of the newer Technic models. Oh, no, you don't. You don't start walking all over the instructions. There you go. Normal instructions, maybe. Millennium Falcon instructions, no. That's not going to be a happening thing. Yeah, one thing I've noticed about the Technic models that I have built, which is really just the Mac Anthem, to be perfectly honest. But I'm assuming it's a common building technique in the modern Technic models is you often build sections and then there's like a few of these light bluish grey pins. There's like 2 or 4 pins just bolting the sections in together, which if you don't know how it's gone together, it's borderline impossible to pull apart because they're sometimes quite difficult to find, even if you have put it together. But it's it's quite clever. It is very, very solid and just makes for a very, very rigid build. It's just more just an observation more than anything. It's quite cool. Actually, funny thing, when I was doing the unboxing video, so if you haven't seen the unboxing video, make sure you go check it out because it's my first ever unboxing video and I actually think it came together pretty well. I was pretty stoked at the end of it. Kind of halfway through my editing, I was just like, oh man, this is going to be the worst unboxing video ever. It's going to suck. I don't even know if I'm going to release it. But by the time I actually got to the end, I was just like, actually, this is pretty cool. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. But there was a bit of a blooper, and I had to show you guys because I think it's actually pretty funny. And I didn't notice it until it was until I was actually showing my family, which I'd done an export and I was ready to upload it to YouTube. But if we go right to the very, very end, it's pretty funny. So I don't want to lose my place, so I chuck a beam in there. Okay, this one here. So here it says how to hold it, right? And I can't really angle it too well, but it says hold it from underneath. Don't hold it from the sides, right? So that's pretty clear. Except at the time I wasn't feeling 100%, and I was just kind of no script or anything, just freestyling it, and I was going to edit it later. And I actually said, right, it even tells you how to hold it. So you're not supposed to hold it from underneath, but you are supposed to grab it from the sides. Okay, that's interesting, and then I moved on. So I'd gotten all the way through the edit and right through to exporting it ready to go until I realized that I had got that completely wrong. And yeah, it's one of those times where you're so glad that you catch it before you upload it to YouTube, because that would have been really, really embarrassing. Yeah, funny. It's like, yeah, it's interesting. It says this. It's like, no, it actually says the complete opposite of what you just said, you complete moron. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd share that because I thought it was pretty funny. But anyway, back to the build. Back to the build with excitement and gusto. Okay, it looks like Tarzan's settled down with the cat butt now. He's just chilling in the background there. I think that's always the fear when you put something out on YouTube, that someone's gonna comment and go, dude, you're a moron and you have no idea what you're talking about. Fun and games. That's all good. Okay, just need a couple more of these securing pins to lock something in place in the near future, I'm sure. we are almost there to the end of the first lot of bags. I mean, I say almost, there's actually still quite a few parts left. Like, that's still the big parts, and yeah, we've still got a stack load of small parts. But look what we've got so far. Like, we've done pretty well this stream, I think. I am pretty stoked with the progress. And the pile of beams grows ever smaller. It was quite a pile to begin with. Alright, what do I need? Some 6s. Alright. I think everyone's, well, people are starting to get maybe a little, it's starting to get a little late, a little on the late side here in New Zealand. It is, what is time? 11:15. 11:15, maybe another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a night. I think that's it's going to be a good length for this stream. But tell you what, I have loved every second of building this subframe so far. Starting to see how much of an absolute massive beast this thing is going to be. Two, three, four, five. Hey, leave the Millennium Falcon subframe alone, Tarzan. Hang on, let me show you this, guys. Tarzan has actually got his claw in one of the over top of one of the Technic pieces. He's like staking his claim. He's like, yeah, you think this is your Lego? You're a hilarious cat. A couple of these. Yeah, you better let go, buddy. You better let go. You know what's good for you, hey? You're alright, Tarzan. Okay, here we go, Mark. Does this offend you? These bright yellow, these bright yellow 1x4 pieces. They won't be seen in the end, but they are very bright indeed. What have I done here? Oh, hang on, I haven't finished it. I should really pay attention. I'm kind of skipping ahead. No more beams, but so many plates. Yes, totally. I can imagine. Yes, lots and lots of plates. But I mean, that's the easiest way to bulk out something like this, right? Beams and plates. Beams for the substructures and then plates laid on top. Yeah. By the way, Vintage, if you don't want to apply any stickers to the set, there is a German site that has pieces printed with the patterns. Ooh, interesting. Tarzan's cosplaying as a brick separator. Actually, Tarzan, here you go. Do you want to play with this, buddy? That is actually a brick separator you can play with. Don't mind if you chew that. Bright yellow is fine, yeah. But yeah, that's interesting about the German site that has the printed patterns for the UCS. Yeah, generally I actually don't mind stickers. I'm pretty good at applying them. Like I've never really had any problem with them. But it is definitely good to know that there is an option for the printed parts available. Yeah, it's really cool. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. One of a dark grey, I should say. And a bunch of pins. A bunch of pins. Black pins. What a surprise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Tarzan wants to now leave again. Gosh, what a pain. You're alright, buddy. Let me let you out. Just a second. Just a second. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Off you go. Okay, if I'm holding the door for you, you actually have to leave. Okay, goodbye. Oh, sorry about that. Rehydration time. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I wish I had some water. Oh, where would I find some water? Shameless product placement. All right. Okay, where are we up to? Pin time. Just see how cheesy I can get with like the random product placement. I'm so thirsty. I wish I had some water. Oh, how convenient! This just appeared. Too funny. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 fold along. Miss one. And there. And then must be in there. Between 2 and 3. Here we go. Just like that. Ooh, interesting little structure guide that we're about to build. 2 of you, 3 bright blue bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you guys, and 6 black pins. Yeah, how does this go together? Yeah, pretty easy. Here, watch me now get it wrong. Pretty easy, except I can screw it up real easy. Yeah, pretty easy. I can screw it up real easy. Nah. Easy peasy. I do always find it interesting, these little substructure-y bits. And how they kind of lock into place and yeah, this is what it just told me to build. And you go into here like so. Boom. Right. Substructure done. Now there's another little substructure. Actually, let's zoom in so you can actually see what I am doing. Whole bunch of pins, 4 pins, a couple of you guys, and that's it. All right. Easy, easy. And you live somewhere there. Oops, sorry guys. There you go. Just on the front now. Beautiful. Okay, another grey guy there. And you go through there, securing all that in place. And that really is the trick with all of this, all the Lego builds, isn't it? It's the securing. Everything secures everything else. Yeah. So all doesn't move, all reinforces itself. Always amazes me. Right, now we get to build the other side. Guys that design these are very, very clever indeed. Mad respect. Yeah, there's lots of pages at the front of this this set of instructions, which I am actually really looking forward to reading. I found the instructions at the beginning of the Parts of Barracuda Bay set really, really interesting. Just about the designer and the Lego ideas process, and the guy from the Lego design team who actually took the Lego ideas model, or actually really took the Lego ideas idea and then made a Lego set out of it, because that ended up being completely different from the original ideas submission that ended up going through the whole process. But yeah, you know, just that, and the backstory of the characters, all of that stuff, I just find fascinating. There's so much thought and just so much everything that goes into these things, into these sets. It really is mind-blowing. Okay, and there we go. Now we can move that guy out of the way. Now we can put this fella on here. Line up all of these, all of these pins, and you guys go in there. Nice. Across Nope, not across there. The glue go across there. That's what we want. And another 4 pins to go in there. Yep, they just go halfway in, which makes sense because those will be used a little bit later on to secure to another subsection of some description, some assembly, as the pros call it. Okay, so need 2 of those guys. 2 of those guys. 2 of those guys. And 6 black pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Guy in there, fantastic. And then smash all of these pins into these little shorty Technic beams. Actually, these are the round the rounded ones are beams. Aren't these Technic bricks? Oh, I can't remember. I've been calling these guys beams, but actually I'm not sure those are technically called beams. Technically. See what I did there? No? Okay. Right, you go in there. And you go in there. And you go in there. And we go flip. And one of you goes on there. Right, and that is that sub-assembly complete. And we are up to step number 104. I think we've done pretty well. I might end up actually calling it quits there. I know we're actually pretty close to finishing bags number 1. But from my past, my years of experience, it can be a little bit deceiving. Like, I've actually still got quite a few parts left, and I think it'll take a little while to get that completely finished off. So I think I'm going to finish it there and leave this for the next live stream. But man, we have made some amazing progress. So I'm guessing that this maybe slots in there to make that subsection, and then the mandibles attach to here and then kind of come out. That would make it about the right size. Which, if we put it this way, that'll make it about that long, which is probably about 84 centimeters. So yeah, it's coming together. I am absolutely stoked with the progress. So. Just a little bit of a recap, we've managed to do all of this, which is the rear subsection and then the center part of the front subsection. in a way, if you don't really know what you're looking at, it doesn't look like much. It just looks like kind of just random Technic pieces just bolted together. But it is a very, very impressive subframe. I'm going to move this more into the shot. I'll zoom out further. There we go. Yeah, it is very, very, very cool. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not 100% sure when the next stream will be, but it'll probably be in 3 or 4 days time. Oh, actually, I think I've just, hang on, why is that there? I think those pins are supposed to go in. We'll leave that for next time. We'll leave that for next time. Will we? Yeah, we will. I think these pins are supposed to actually be pushed in, but I'll double check that because I don't see why they wouldn't be. I think I just missed that, but that's okay. But yeah, so like I was saying, sorry, my brain is all over the place. You'll figure me out eventually. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on when I'm streaming next. Probably 3 or 4 days, maybe earlier if I just cannot help myself. So if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe with your notifications on to get notified of when I will be streaming next. You don't have to, of course, but the more the merrier. Absolutely love to have people on the stream. It is always way more fun when there's people talking and sparking conversation. So yeah, Mark says, just waiting to see where all the flick missiles get attached. Yeah, true. You can just imagine, line them all up. So yes, so that is going to be it for today. Yeah, loving the build so far. Thank you so much to all you guys for coming and hanging out while I build this thing. I really hope you come back for the next stream to see how far we get, and just join me on this journey of building this amazing 7,500 piece set. Don't know how many streams it's going to be. Maybe a poll is a great idea. I don't know. Yeah. I think that maybe is a good idea. We'll see how we go. But thank you so much. And oh, that's a really awkward time for the music to finish and stop. So let me. Yeah. Good night, everyone. I am the Vintage Brick. I have a UCS Millennium Falcon, and we are a fraction of the way through. So have a good night, wherever you are in the world, day, morning, whatever. And I will see you next time.